Welcome back to class. So, let's go ahead and bow in, trip, kunye. We're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up doing some footwork. So we're going to be bouncing around, and when I call something out, it's like switch, you switch. I want you to try to go fast and use kind of a reactionary type thing. You hear it, and you do it. Switch. Reverse switch. Step forward. Skip back. Pivot. Switch. Skip forward. Step back. Keep bouncing. You can bounce back and forth some, up and down some, move around, and skip forward. Step back. Pivot. Switch. Pivot. Skip back. Running step. Running step back. Switch. Skip forward. Skip forward. Running step back. Running step forward. Try and get that big change. Switch. Step back. Pivot. Switch. Skip forward. Skip back. Step forward. Skip back. Step forward. Skip back. Running step. Running step back. Switch. Running step forward. Running step back. Switch. Double switch. Make sure your chest turns all the way. Reverse switch. And take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, let's go ahead and put our hands on our hips and let's circle our head. I'll tell you when to switch. Try to get a nice stretch in, but don't hurt your neck. Other direction. Big arm circles going forward. Try to open up your chest as they're going back. Stretch your back as they're going forward. Make big motions, full range of motion that you can get. Other direction. Not going so fast, just kind of getting that full range of motion in our arms. All right, now we're gonna do trunk twists. I'm trying to get some pops. I got one. I think I got all my pops earlier this morning. Hip circles. Other direction. Knee circles. Change your directions. Socket stretch. You can bounce if you'd like, but you don't have to. Take a few deep breaths in. Other side. Rotate the back foot, lunging hip stretch. If you'd like, you can go ahead and sit down. Let's do this one this time. Let's set the knee down, and let's push our hip even more forward. This might raise it up a little bit higher. Slightly different. It's almost the same thing, but it's a little bit different. All right, we're going to switch sides. Same thing, we're going to drop that knee down this time, and we're still going to push that hip forward. Try to have the top of your knee, or right above your knee, is what's on the ground. And lean back. All right, now we're going to drop down onto one leg, and we're going to stretch our hamstrings. And same thing to the other side. Slide out into the splits, side splits. And let's rotate all the way to the other side. I know nobody likes to do the splits, but they're important. They help. And center splits. All right, now we're going to do what's sometimes referred to as the front splits, which is where you're going to put your knee down, or your back foot, you're going to put the top of your foot where your shoelaces would be on the ground, and then slide forward on the other one. This one helps with axe kicks and back kicks and front kicks to get up in height. Not so much as a roundhouse kick and a side kick. That would be the other type of splits, which tends to be why we do those ones more. All right, other side. Shoelaces on the ground. Slide the front foot forward. I also tend to not do these ones as much because when people put this back knee on the ground, it kind of stops them from, it stops gravity from taking over more, and if they're not pushing themselves with the stretch, then they might not feel it as much. All right, let's go ahead and stand up. Hip twist. All right, so let's get into a sparring stance. We're going to start off today with a hop step front kick. Hop step front kick. So with hop steps, remember we're trying not to take that step forward first. We're just bringing our back leg up, kicking, boom, set it down, and we're going to skip back. Again, back leg is going to come up, kick, set it down, and we're going to skip back. Ready? And there. 3. Set. Good. Yes. Yes. Here we go. Get over. Hug. Good. Switch sides. Same thing. And there. 3. Set. Net. Listen. Listen. Is it good? Get over. Uh-huh. Yeah. Finish up your 10 if you're not done. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do hop, step, roundhouse kick. Same way. Again, remembering that we're not going to take a little step forward first and then go into our hop step. Right where we are, our back foot comes up, boom, kick, drop it down, and we're gonna skip back. Ready? And there. 3. Set. Net. Try to bring your foot down to the ground fast after your kick. Does. Yes. Feel good? Get over. Uh-huh. Good. Switch sides. Take a breath in and out. We're gonna do the same thing, hop, step, roundhouse kick. And I want you to try to bring your foot down fast instead of here. I do this sometimes, especially when I'm demonstrating. I try to slow down a little bit, but I want you to try to go here, boom, and bring it down quickly. So remember, it's, unless you can kick multiple times in the air with, you know, and that's what you're planning on doing in sparring, you want to bring it back down fast. That way you can either create more distance, you can kick again, you can chase them if you need to. So if our foot's in the air, it's a little bit more difficult to do other things. We only have so many options. So we want to bring it down fast so we can either react to what they're doing or we can do another attack of our own. So other leg, hop, step, roundhouse. Ready? Arms are relaxed. Set. Net. Yes. 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 Is it good? Get up. Uh-huh. Hill. Finish up. Breathe in and out. In and out. In, out. All right. Last one we're gonna do. We're gonna do hop, step, side kick. Hop, step, side kick. Same rules apply. All right. Now make sure when we're doing our hop, step, side kick, as we do our hop, step, the knee comes up. Instead of knee going out, pointing towards our target, and I kick like a roundhouse kick, the knee goes up and I thrust out. So a little bit slower. As this happens, boom, knee comes up, I'm creating this L shape. My heel is either slightly in front of my sideline or it's on my sideline, and I thrust out. Rechamber, set it back down. A lot of times, if you're going really fast though, we tend to forget that rechamber sometimes, and it'll look something like this. And we just kind of drop it down. I want you going fast, yes, but I want you to slow it down enough so that you still have that rechamber afterwards, all right? When we're actually sparring, things tend to get a lot more sloppy, but we're not sparring right now. So let's try to pick up the speed, go fast, but let's still try to keep that good technique. Ready? Hop, step, side kick. Another. Three. Set. Net. Nice and relaxed up until you're kicking. That's it. Yes. Is it good? Get over. Uh-huh. Yeah. Take a breath in and out. And we're going to switch sides. So finish up your 10 on that side if you haven't already. Get ready for the next side. Ready? And out. Three. Set. All right, guys. So I noticed myself cheating. So I want you to try not to do that. Like I said, I'm cheating. and I want you to try not to. So I've been starting with my front foot almost all the way pointed to the side, and it's basically making it easier for me to do this hop step side kick because my foot or my knee is already that direction, compared to if it's here where I'm gonna have to turn my hip a little bit because it's here to here. So I caught myself cheating. If you were doing that too, let's try not to do that. Let's try to start with our toes pointed mostly forward. That might be slightly pointed inside, but mostly forward as we're doing this. Good. This. Yes. Look up. You know. Uh-huh. Yeah. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, out. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna do solo drill number 4. So solo drill number 4 is a hop step roundhouse kick followed by an inside crescent kick. So what that'll look like, we already did hop step roundhouse kick, we know how to do that. Hop step roundhouse kick, boom. As we set it down, we're gonna go right towards that inside crescent kick. So things I'm really looking for on this is that you're not having much time in between. So I don't want you to do this. You saw how long I had in between those two kicks? I don't want you doing that. I want you to go from one to the next quickly. So we go here, boom, boom. As soon as that front foot touches the ground from that hop step round, my crescent kick is going. I'm throwing that as soon as it touches. All right? So we're gonna do 10 on one side, then we're gonna switch and do 10 on the other side. Ready? And three. Set. Net. Nice. Yes. Is it good? Make sure you're breathing. Uh-huh. Take a breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. In, out. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Start with your other leg in front. You ready? And three. Set. Net. Nice. Yes. Keep bouncing. Is it good? Get over. Uh-huh. Yeah. Slow down. Finish up if you're not done. Take a breath in and out. Breathe in and out. Should be sweating a little bit by now. Heart rate should be going. Mine is. I know I always like to push the pace a little bit so that you're challenged to keep up with me. Maybe you can keep up with me, no problem. Maybe you can't. I'm always going to try to challenge you. These classes, I try to give myself a good workout, and if I get a good workout, that means I know as long as you put all your effort into it, you're also going to get a good workout. Guaranteed. If I'm getting a good workout, you're getting a good workout. All you have to do, put that effort in. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. We're going to go over our back fist. So our back fist, the way we're going to go over is going to be for our traditional back fist. It's going to be more for our pumse. So we're going to start with one arm out in front. Arm can be slightly bent. This is just our counterbalance arm. Our other hand, the one that's going to be striking, is going to start from underneath the armpit, right here. I'm going to point my elbow towards my target. I'm going to pull this hand back as this one goes forward. I want these two knuckles extended out slightly further because those are the two knuckles that I'm going to be making impact with. Here, here. I want my hands to end at the same time. So one's on my belt as the other one is here. Making that tight fist. Again, I'm keeping my wrist straight, so I don't want to see anything like this. Also don't want to see anything like that. You're here, out, boom. My elbow leads as I do this. My chest should be pointed off about 45 degrees from the way that my arm is pointed. So I don't want my chest pointed 90 degrees, not for right now. It's going to be pointed at 45-degree angle. So we're going to practice this one. We have our setup position, our ready position, and then we have our ending position, just like this. So the knuckles are going to be right at the bridge of the nose. That's where we're going to be striking at. So you look off to the side, my knuckles are at my height. So I'm not fighting somebody huge, also not fighting somebody a lot smaller than me. I'm fighting somebody the exact same size as me. So we're going to practice this. Set up, put one arm underneath. It's going to be hana, doyu, hana, doyu. Other hand's at the belt, palm facing up. Hana, doyu. Elbow is bent. I don't have my arm fully extended. It's slightly bent. Hana, doyu. Ending at the same time. Hana, doyu. Hana, doyu. Now the thing is, it's not a big round motion, kind of like a circle. It's more of a straight to my target type of motion. Hana, doyu. Now we're going to go to the other side. So extend the other arm out. Bring this arm underneath. Set. Net. Set. Net. Set. Net. Set. Net. Set. Net. Hana, other hand. Doyu. Set. Net. Hana. Doyu. Set. Net. So if you notice right now, I have my hips are squared. I'm turning my hips. I'm just keeping this here. Obviously, if we were doing this, we'd usually be leading with whatever the side that we're striking with. So if I was striking with my right hand, I'd be leading with my right leg. But since I'm switching arms, we're just going to be turning our hips, and our feet are going to be neutral so it doesn't feel so weird. Hana, doyu. Set. Net. Hana, doyu. Set. Net. Hana, doyu. Set. Net. Now we're going to do it all on one count. So one's going to be hana, second one's going to be doyu. We're going to get that starting position, and we're going to extend out. Ready? Hana, doyu. I want you to stay loose until that last second. That's when you put tension in. Hana, doyu. Hana, doyu. Make sure you're breathing. Hana, doyu. Hana, doyu. Again, slide it, bend in my elbow. My wrist is straight. Hana, doyu. Hana, doyu. All right. So, whenever you're testing, I want to see it done just like that. I want to see that your back fist look like that. Right now I'm going to move on and I'm going to show you a different back fist that you don't have to show me for testing, but it's just another back fist and you will be using it in Taekwondo Chiljong. So this one is going to start from above the shoulder and this one is going to be here. It's off to the side. So I'm here, boom, I'm striking to the temple with my knuckles. So with this one I'm going to have, if you look at my wrist, so before I had you have your wrist completely straight, this one we're going to have a slight bend. The reason being is I want you to impact with the knuckles, not the back of the hand. Knuckles, not the back of the hand. It's called a back fist. Fist is usually hitting with your knuckles, not a back hand. So we're not going to be hitting with that. We're going to point our knuckles out slightly so that we can make contact with that. So we're going to set up just like this. Here, hana, three. So I'm going right for my temple. Again, I don't have a big bend like this. I don't want that. Just slight, just the slightest, so I'm not hitting the back of my hand. Hana, three. Hana, three. Hana, three. Hana, three. Set. Net. Set. Net. Set. Net. Set. Net. Now we're going to be alternating. Hana. Hana. Three. Set. Net. Hana. Three. Set. Net. Hana. Three. Set. Net. Now we're going to do it on one count. Hana. Three. Hana. Three. Hana. Three. Hana. Three. So if you notice, I'm using my hips too. I'm here. I'm cocking my hip slightly. And I'm releasing. Cocking my hip slightly and releasing. Hana. Three. Hana. Three. Take a breath in and out. All right, so now we're going to practice Taekwondo Samjang. Taekwondo Samjang. Trip. 준비. One. Low block. Two. Kick. Double punch. One. Two. One. Two. One. Two. One. Two. Make sure you're putting power into these. One. Two. What's next? I forgot. You guys remember? All the way around. One. Two. One. Two. One. Low block. Punch. Two. Step. Right foot's in front. Low block. Punch. One. Front snap kick. Low block. Punch. Two. Front snap kick. Low block. Kia. And then we're going to have our left foot come around. I'm going to change angles on you. Trip. 준비. Same thing. Taekwondo Samjang. One. Two. 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 One. Low block, punch. Remember, whatever side does the low block, that's going to be the same side as the foot that's in front. Two. step forward, right in front. So right low block, punch. 1, front snap kick, low block, punch. 2, front snap kick, low block, kick. Left foot goes around, but oh. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to practice a roundhouse kick, and then we're gonna do another roundhouse kick. Whoa, we're gonna do 2 roundhouse kicks. Crazy. All right, if you have something that you can kick, I would like you to go ahead and pull that out now. Hopefully you have something you're able to kick. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off at a distance where we can hit our opponent. We're going to kick, roundhouse kick to the ribs, so our rib height. We're going to drop it down, and we're going to kick to the head. So it's going to be 1, 2. It's going to be on 1 count. So it's going to look like 1, 2. So we're kicking low, and then we're kicking high. One of the cool things about this is people tend to go, they'll block, even if they just got hit, their arms tend to go to where they just got hit at. So if I was here and a kick is coming here, maybe I saw that that kick is coming and I try to block it maybe a little bit too late and I got kicked, and the arms tend to do this little kind of fetal position motion. They kind of protect the body. They want to protect the body because that's just what our brain does. It wants to protect the organs and knows these are important. So as our hands come down, boom, maybe I try to block it. Maybe they did block it. That second one's going to come up here because their hands just got dropped. So that's going to be one of the point of this. But we have to have speed in between. This is not going to work. It's not going to work. Just, it's too slow. We need to pop, pop. 1, 2. Later on, you can start going pop, pop. But we're not going to worry about that part just yet. So if you have something that you can kick, I would like you to go ahead and get it out. If you don't have something you can kick in there, boom, boom. These ones are going to be a little bit faster, so you're not going to have as much of a chamber behind each one. And that's just part of the game when you're sparring. You typically won't have as much of a chamber. You're just throwing these legs out there a lot faster. The technique isn't as nice, I know, but it works. And it works well. So that's what we're going to do. Ready? Pick a side. I'm going to start with my bad side. Let's stretch that real fast. Okay. Ready? And bouncing, bouncing. We want 2 kicks pretty fast. 3. Set. Set. Yes. Yes. Feel good? Go. Keep bouncing. Take a breath in. You ready for the other side? Yeah? All right, let's do this. Bouncing, bouncing. Ready? And now. In order to get speed in between this means I have to also retract my leg down fast. It's not just lifting up fast, it's also bringing it back down fast. 3. Set. Net. That's it. That's it. Really good. Yellow. Keep bouncing. Uh-huh. Good. Breathe in and out. In and out. Finish up if you're not done. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna move on, we're gonna do some conditioning. I mean, that wasn't the conditioning. All right, so what we're gonna do for conditioning is we're going to do balancing side leg pulses. So what is a side leg pulse? A side leg pulse is here. Yes, I know this isn't balancing. I'm just explaining a side leg pulse where I'm at the bottom, where I'm in a straight here, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's these quick little motions. Boom, 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 boom. What makes it more difficult is we don't give our leg a chance to relax all the way and then go for another one, because we're just constantly going to be moving it. All right, so balancing. I got my friend here. Just in case I fall, I can put my hand on him, then I won't fall, right? So if you need to have something next to you so you don't fall, that's fine, but I want you to try balancing. We're gonna raise our leg up and go. Hana, 3, set, net, das, yes, good, yellow, uh-huh, yellow, you hana, you 3, you set, you net, you das. Pretty easy, right? Maybe. Maybe it's easy. If you're not falling everywhere, it might be easy. Try to get a little bit higher. Other leg. So this is my bad leg. This is the one I would fall on. Maybe I should have Bob on this side. All right, leg up and go. Hana, 3, set, net, das, yes, good, yellow, uh-huh, yellow, you hana, you 3, you set, you net, you das. Great, you're finished with that one already? We can move on? No? Okay. All right, so one thing I want to mention when we're doing this is I want your body in a straight line. Head, hip, heel, all in one straight line. I don't want to see this when you're doing it. I want to see body in a straight line and raise up and down. Got it? Perfect? Yes? No? Maybe so? All right, let's do it. Legs up and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whoa, did I just count in English? I guess I'm tired. Huh. I didn't know I could count that high in English. It's crazy. All right, other side. Ready? Raise up. Go. Hana, 3, set, net, das, yes, good, yellow, uh-huh, yellow, hana, you 3, you set, you net, you das. Was that Korean? I don't remember. It might have been. Okay. Spanish this time? Japanese? German? It's all the same. It's 15, right? All right, other leg. Hopefully by now you're not balancing anymore, although you're probably going to be losing your balance even more now that we're getting tired. Legs up. And go. Hana, 3, set, net, das, yes, good, yellow, uh-huh, yellow, hana, you 3, you set, you net, you das. All right, we got one more side left of 15. Are you ready? Are you ready now? What about now? Okay, let's do it. Legs up, bouncing all over the place, getting ready. Boom, boom, boom. And go. Hana, 3, set, net, das, yes, good, yellow, uh-huh, yellow, hana, you 3, you set, you net, you das. All right, be honest. How many times did you fall during that? None? Oh, awesome. Great job. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to cool down some. Man, I'm tired, all right? Maybe you're tired. All right, let's stretch a little bit. So we probably felt it right here. Probably a little bit in our glutes on the sides. Our abductor muscles, the ones that raise our legs up. probably some of that. So we're going to do an abductor stretch. We're going to turn one of our feet in towards the other, just like that. Now, I'm going to push my hip out, so my chest is facing this way. Push my hip out at 45 degrees, and then I'm going to open my hip up to 90 degrees. Again, push out that way, open up that way, and hold this stretch. Taking a few deep breaths in and out. Breathe in and out. In and out. All right, let's switch sides. Other foot points in. Straighten your knee out. Turn at the hip. Should be feeling it here. Remember, we push out at 45 and we open it up to 90. All right, what else do we need to stretch? Is that it? Nah, let's stretch our hamstrings. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's sit down. Boom. And we're going to put one foot forward. We're going to lean towards it, making sure that knee is locked out. We don't want to do this. We want to have it locked out, and we want to lean towards it. We want to try to pinch our shoulder blades together a little bit as we lean forward. That way we feel it right there in our hamstrings. As always, we can do the finger walk method. We could grab a bunch of pant material and pull ourselves in. Maybe we can grab our foot and we can pull our foot backwards, get a little bit of a calf stretch, and the calves might pull a little bit more, making our hamstrings a little tighter, and we might get a little bit more hamstring stretch. Whatever you got to do, feel that stretch. If your hamstrings don't need stretching at all, well, pick a different stretch. But in my experience, everyone's hamstrings need stretching. Everyone. Everyone? Everyone. Other side, same thing. Reach for those toes, however you can. Stretch those hammies. All right, let's spread our legs apart. Oh, we can do better than that, right? No? A little bit? Oh, mats are slippery. I'm sliding. I can't go that far. All right, so we're going to lean forward. All right, now we're going to walk our hands all the way off to one side. Notice I walked from the front all the way to the side. I didn't come up and then lean to the side. I walked from there. Now I'm going to walk all the way to the other side. And we're going to go back to the center. And we're going to finger walk a little bit more forward. We're going to put our chest on the ground. Touch the microphone to the ground. Hear what my ground is saying. And we're going to come up some. We're going to grab our legs and we're going to put them right to the center. Now we're going to grab our feet, bring them back in close to us, and we're going to butterfly. Flap your wings. Now we're going to put one hand in front of us, we're going to put our other hand behind us, and we're going to technical stand it. Back leg comes up, arm is protecting, and we're going to go to chair up, and bow, kunye. Great job on that class, you guys.